Good morning and welcome to your Friday's Dose of Sunshine with Sami Vecchiolla, myself. And this week I have one of my favorite stalkers. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I met this amazing individual through networking, and she has continuously provided positivity and support in my life that I can never repay her for. I'm so excited for her to come on. I'm going to introduce you to my dear friend, Kathleen Troy of Second Spring Coaching. Kathleen, come on in.
Good morning. How are you?
So excited to have you. How are you this morning?
I'm so excited to be here, tech issues and all, so thank you for your grace.
Of course. We're so happy to have you. So can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Oh, well, so should I tell about myself or how I followed you around like a weirdo? So I live in Connecticut, and I'm part of the Master Network's Monday morning, president of the chapter, and that's where I met Sami. So I've transitioned from being a hair colorist to a life coach. And in that transition, I have really appreciated all the people I've met in Master Networks who are also building their businesses and co-creating and recreating. And I became a life coach because, well, for a lot of things, I just love people's stories of transformation. But also when my kids grew up, my two beautiful daughters who are 27, Sophia and Jamila, 30, I'm still married to the same husband for 32 years. And I just wanted to try something new. I didn't want to fold up camp. I wanted to keep growing. I want to be with people who are doing that.
I love that. And you are the epitome of growth. I feel like you're always looking to improve in any facet of your life. You stalked me all the way to Toastmasters. So that was really good. And you worked on that whole piece of public speaking and leadership. So you were phenomenal in that. I love that about you. But I want to know, what inspires you most?
Oh, that's a great question. What inspires me most is definitely how brave common man is. Like it's not always the people you read about, the celebrities and so forth. It's the people you meet in a daily practice of finding out what mountains they've climbed, what monsters they've brandished. You know, like I love seeing people who created something out of nothing because they said so.
That's amazing. I love that. Do you have any favorite quotes?
Any favorite quote? Oh my gosh, I love that you didn't tell me what I would be asked. Well, I love one that I've been saying all through this period. It's carpe diem. This is not a drill, because I do feel like that, like seize the day, and it's where I go. There's another one. So I might have told you. So I have an internal puppy. Like I always feel like I'm either a half-grown Labrador Retriever or like Tigger. So I do have another inside mantra that's like kind of like dumb girl, because sometimes my vibration's so high and it can throw people off. So kind of like calm down to be with these people. Like don't scare them away. Don't jump on them. Don't lick their face.
I think you still should. I think that's what's so infectious about you.
Thank you.
I love all your positivity. And I have to say, I've been quoting you this whole entire quarantine by using the extraordinary pause.
Thank you. Well, I do want to address, thank you. The extraordinary pause is about that it has been extraordinary. So I think sometimes people hear it as running on top of all the drama and sadness. It's not how I mean it. It's an extraordinary opportunity to be with joy and heartbreak and to be a stand for love. And how does that translate in everyone's life? So it's an extraordinary opportunity if you choose.
I love that. I think, you've definitely shifted my mindset through this whole pandemic to believe that this was here for me for a lot of reasons. Many of which to learn how to pause in life, which is, as you know, not my strength.
Did Sami have to learn patience?
I mean, I have patience. I think it was more self-care. I needed patience with myself, and that's something that I don't have a lot of.
Yeah. That has been a tremendous opportunity. Thank you for saying that, for people to get a deeper understanding that self-care is not about a pedicure. And if you're not taking care of your own vessel, it's not sustainable. So putting yourself first is in service of everyone in your life, because then you have more flow. I don't mean to sound so cliche, but if your cup is not filled, you don't have as, you're running on empty. Like think of a car on fumes. It's just frightening. So
Yeah.
like even today, I'll give you a good example. I couldn't wait for this. So again, I woke up too early because I didn't want to sleep. And I went to a meeting at Lower Westchester, and I just had so much fun. I met a networker I've never been able to speak to, Lisa Klein. She had me laughing so hard I was tearing up. And this was after I took a walk in the park. So these are all extraordinary gifts. So I feel primed for the day. So I hear people saying, oh, well, it's Labor Day weekend, I can't go away, there's nothing to do. But I feel like I already had a vacation. It's just in the moment, Sami.
It's all about positivity in my book. I mean, I look at it as an opportunity to discover what's local, right?
Yes.
What's around you. Find a new place you've never been. I've lived in West Harrison for 5 years, and I've gone to the Kensico Dam more times than I can count. I have never walked the Bronx River Parkway. This yesterday, I was able to do that with a friend, and it was amazing. I mean, it's very hilly. I was surprised, but it's exciting to discover things that are so close to home that you didn't even know existed.
It's true. It's excellent. And to just tell you, yeah, I love that. And there's a park I keep walking in the morning in, and my husband's not a morning person, so he went later in the day, and then he said, I want to take you to see these amazing wildflowers. But they're the ones I'd seen that morning, and we were both talking about all the bumblebees on them and how different it looks in the morning and night. But ever since somebody referred to bumblebees as flying pandas of the insect world, I love them so much.
Flying pandas. I love that.
So it's just, even what's already been in front of you could be so special. Yeah.
Jane has been commenting, and she says, I used to ride my bike on the Bronx River Sundays. Yes, they closed the parkway on Sundays for bike riders. But my favorite thing that Jane just said was, to you, Kathleen, you haven't licked my face yet.
Oh, you're just lucky. I have emotionally and maybe just not visually or physically. I just got to talk to Jane, another part of my beautiful day, even though I only got her for a minute. It's just like, that's all part of it. I do want to talk about something else too. I'm glad Jane's here, and now she might not want to partner with me, but we're up to something really fun. Can I talk about it?
Of course you can. That was my next question.
So we did experiment with different conversations and workshops over the pause, and so Jane and Lisa Ferry and Beth Tracy and I are taking it to the next level. We're this fall, starting September 18th, Friday, we're doing seasonal power surge, co-creating powerful transitions. And I'm really excited. So for one thing, my business is called Second Spring, which is how the Chinese refer to autumn, and for menopausal women, that it's not autumn, it's second spring. So I'm already revved up about this time of year because I do think it's a new opportunity all the time. And then to partner with people who want to embrace it with us, with me, I can't wait. We'll have more details. We'll post everywhere.
I love it. You did a really great breakout session for individuals in the beginning of the quarantine to talk about things in a safe space. Just to talk. And it was one of my favorite things to do on Friday night. So I appreciate that you were able to create that. And I'm sure that this will be just as amazing.
We're really excited. We feel like thank you. And we want people to be able to process in the moment what is going on for them. And again, find what is of value, the gifts that unfold. Thank you. Can I just say one more thing that I love?
Yes, keep going. Talk about it.
Going to the park. You know the song, these are a few of my favorite things? Okay, so none of those things are my favorite things. So I like to make up my own. And none of them have to do with anything material, which was fascinating. But one of the things I love, and I said what inspires me, is people like you. Like the reason I followed you around, the reason I latched onto you in the beginning is when I joined Master Networks, I was finding my way around, and I really loved your energy, and that's why I kept saying, if Sami's up to it, let me go check it out. So it's beautiful the way you role model without manipulation. It's just that wherever you go, there's a party waiting to happen. So
I feel like a few people would say there's a little manipulation involved, but
you didn't manipulate me at all. You just offered it up.
I'm more of a volunteer, or tell people they've been volunteered to do things. But I definitely do love to invite others to experience the opportunities that I've been able to experience. So,
well, also you're a confident speaker, and I had become rusty. I love public speaking. I just had felt that I'd become rusty and a little scattered. So I felt like that's the next level. You know, if we're not making ourselves uncomfortable, we're not growing. So
absolutely.
Thank you.
Can you tell everyone about your book?
Oh, so back to, so in the scope of the period of time where we were looking at the deeper dive, other people were too. And I was invited to join 25 authors to write a chapter about our experience of the shutdown. And again, it's the real people with their real trials and gifts and tribulations. So I'm excited. It has come out, The Great Pause, and it's available on Amazon. And my part is a love story. My chapter became a love story about my husband and how extraordinarily beautiful it's been to get to the next level of my relationship with him.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. Especially, I mean, I know a little bit about what you guys have been doing, and I think it's fun to discover what's around you and how that can support you in your life and in your relationship as well.
Yeah. Well, it's just, we felt like best buddies again. Like when you were little and you were 12 or 11 and you used to walk through the woods and discover things with your bestie, that's how it feels with him. So I just feel so grateful.
I love it.
Yeah. Thank you. Kind of like Dorothy, there's no place like home. That's what I found out.
That's great. That's amazing. So how can someone connect with you if they're looking to get in touch with you? What's the best way to reach out?
I would love for them to go to my website, secondspringcoaching.com, and just check out if it's a fit. And by the way, I don't really think everybody is necessarily looking for me as their coach. But we could still have a wonderful discovery session. Like when the first time a coach ever did a session with me, I had such an epiphany, and I just love to provide that for others. So I like to do a complimentary, deeper dive into what matters to people, what really matters to them.
You're a great listener too.
Thank you. That's kind. That's very kind. Well, it's something that I enjoy, but I feel like a lot of people have listened to me. I would say that I do talking to, because in coaching, it's a partnership. Like I learn a lot from my clients. I become more accountable to myself because of the things that they remind me of. Like even one of my clients said that he just wants to be more intentional in life. That's his goal. And I used to use, like, I want to be more organized. I want to be more on top of it. But I love that. Just want to be more intentional.
That's great. That's an easy change. Everyone can do that.
Right.
Be intentional about where you are in the moment.
Yes. So we learn from each other. So I'm listening also not just to listen, but also that, that's a great idea. And I always acknowledge it. Thank you.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I love that. I love your wisdom. I think you're one of the most amazing women that I've had in my life, especially in my professional career. You've been a huge supportive factor, and I appreciate you so very much. Please, everyone, connect with Kathleen. Go to secondspringcoaching.com. She's phenomenal. That's like Not even enough to describe her. And
Sami, thank you.
of course, don't forget to join us every Friday live at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time here on Facebook, and we'll be posting it to YouTube as well. So join us every Friday. And with that, thank you, Kathleen, for being a wonderful guest. You are amazing, and I love you.
I love you so much, and thank you for this opportunity. I was really excited when you invited me. I'm like,
Of
oh, I get to
course.
be part of Sami's Sunshine. Thank you.
Well, you are a personal dose of my sunshine, so thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful